Yes, we're live. I don't know
Okay,
why I say that.
thank you.
I want to welcome Ezekiel Balogun. He's an accountant. I'd like you to introduce yourself. I think is I think the person talk it's best you introduce yourself before I start rambling.
All
Go on.
right, thank you, Messi.
You're live.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Messi. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ezekiel Balogun. Just like Messi said, I'm an economist accountant. That's the way I introduce myself. So I'm an economist that major in accounting. So I work as an accountant. So that's what I do. It's been a life transforming for me joining this group, the Learntor team. It started about 3 months ago, and it has been a very, very good journey and an impactful one at that.
Actually, it's more
So,
than 3 months. Actually, we extended your time. You guys,
okay,
you guys started precisely August 10th. But
yes,
finally graduated November 20 something,
28 November
28. So, and
28.
we still gave you an extra 1 week of one-on-one mentoring, right?
Yes,
So tell us,
yes.
how did you get to find out about Lento?
Okay, a colleague told me about Lento. That's Gloria. She told
Yeah,
me about Lento, and she told me about the training that is coming up. She gave me the flyer, and I go through and I saw Agile Scrum. That was the first thing that caught my attention. What's Agile Scrum? I've never heard it, never heard that before. I don't know anything about it. So the first thing I did when I saw it was I just went on Google. So what is Scrum?
right.
What is Agile? So from my layman experience, what all I before know about Agile is being ready and able to physical. So that's what is this Agile all about? So Google gave me a lot of direction. So Agile is about software, is about iteration, is about this, is about getting things done easily. So then I still didn't have a clear understanding of what this is all about. So, but I decided to give it a try. I also, before I got to know about Lento through my colleague Gloria, I also watched Messi on Your View during
Oh,
the lockdown. Yes, I watched that. I think I watched her with my wife. So and she was like, this digital something they are talking about. Don't you think you should make a try? And I'm like, okay. So as God will have it. So I had to get to hear it through a colleague also, and that was how the journey started. So we signed up in August, and it was a 3 month training. It was a transforming one. We go through series of courses. So while we were starting the courses, it was very, very vague. I couldn't get what we were in the
network. This is one thing our government needs to get right. Becomes a major blocker.
first week. But as we go, like, so from data to DG, data management office to Kunle, who took us on Agile Scrum. Then Mercy took us on business analysis. Then Lukman, who taught us about website designing. So the course became more clearer, more very robustic, and at the end of the day, I thank God that I took this step.
Thank you.
While starting, I didn't actually have a focus, but along the line, because I'm an accountant, so when we started the data analysis, I got so much interested in that data analysis. It works seamlessly with my feed of endeavor. So that has been my major and the peak of my learning in that place. Not to disregard every other courses. Like I was discussing while I was doing the mentoring, because after the training of 3 months, we still have a one-on-one mentoring. So I had my mentorship meeting with Iyabo. So and like I was discussing with her, none of those courses are for me are just a run-off for me. All those courses are very, very special. I was telling Yabo how much I value the data protection, because like I work in an NGO, in an evangelical mission, that's Redeem to be precisely. So, and we deal with so much data, Redeem as a church, globally. So in over 198 countries all over the world. So Redeem has its own software to manage data for collections or for the parishes, for membership all over the world. So they did so much with data. So when Yaba was like, most of us are leaning more to data analysis, I told her that even though most of us might definitely like data analysis, but then none of those courses, you can't do data analysis without doing project. You manage projects when you are analyzing data for a company. That's a project on its own. So you manage projects. So then you do data protection. You can't do data analysis and not protect those data that you're actually analyzing. So it's been a life transforming one, and I'm grateful that we are here at the end of the day. I'm a certified professional Scrum Master as of today. So I thank God for that. Thank God to Learntor, and thank God to Mercy. God bless you, Mercy.
One of the key things that I set on this mission to make sure that we train Nigerians to be comb-shape employee. Let me make my hand so that I can be visible because of the background. Comb. Rather than high shape, but comb shape. This is key for Learntor, because as you can see and as you can tell, that is not just about gathering data. You need to know the governance structure about data protection. And that's where GDPR and NDPR comes in. You need to understand the processes to put those things in order to align them. And that's why business analysis comes in. You need to know the portfolio structure if you're using the PMO structure in an organization. That's where all of these things comes in. So at the end of the day, one of my joy is that what we set out to do, we succeeded with it. It's very clear that we did. And you guys got certified with Scrum.org. And I don't say this lightly, because what Scrum.org has done for Learntor, it's unprecedented. They've given us the wings to fly by making sure the entry level for Nigerians is a lot easier. And I think that's a huge bonus. But I wanted to say something to your anyway, we've talked about your experience on the 3 months journey. We've talked about everything that we covered from end to end. You didn't mention your graduation, which was such a glorious one. The MD of EcoBank was there. And I'd like you to speak to someone. One key thing that you said, which is key with every one of you, 80% have never heard about the word agile, never. But today, I've seen you guys embody agility in ways that certification alone cannot give to you, but an holistic experience of learning. And I think that is really powerful. So I'd like you to speak to that. Someone that think, oh, this is too hard, it's software, it's too tech, it's IT. What would you to say to someone like that?
Okay. Like I have been trying to bring a lot of people on board also to come and experience this wonderful transformation. So it's not a rocket science. Just like when I started, I didn't know anything about Agile, I didn't know anything about Scrum. So, but as I go along, the trainer will have the capable hands, both locally and internationally, that took us through day by day, week by week on those courses that gave us the nitty-gritty of what all these courses are all about. So, and it's not totally about the integrity of the tech. That's a computer scientist. You don't have to be a computer engineer. You don't have to be a programmer. So to do all of this. So, but you just need dedication, you need focus. So when you have dedication you are focused, you read through the step-by-step of the guidelines of this training, so you get the understanding of what Agile and Scrum is all about. You are satisfied by the international organization, the Scrum.org and the Scrum Alliance. So, and you'll be good to go. So it's a very good learning for anyone that wants to. It's not so difficult. It's not one that you think because you are not a computer scientist, because you are not a computer engineer, so you think so. This Scrum, the Agile, applies to every field of life, so it helps your work even when you are not looking for a specific job in Scrum. So you can apply this to your daily work or even your current employment, and it will give you a better placing and a good opportunity for job advancement and career in and that is it. That is it.
As you were speaking, naturally, Nigeria, NEPA took light, which is one of the things the government needs to fix. No, it's fine. One of the key things the government needs to fix, light. For startup, it's impossible if the infrastructures are not in place. But I just want to thank you for honoring us today. There's no me showing my face. A lot of people have seen my face. Thank you so much for honoring us. I really appreciate you taking the time. Thank you for your feedback. It means everything to Learntor. Thank you. We succeeded.
I will encourage anyone that wants to participate in this life transforming program to rush and come along to register for the Cohort 2. The program is starting January, so you learn, you benefit a lot, and you'll be better off at the end of this program, I assure you.